For art time today, we're going to make a burning bush, and as you can see here, I've used an old glass it was actually chocolate spread, I think. I've drawn a bush on the glass and then put some tissue paper flames inside. We couldn't find a tea light or a little light, so I've just put a torch inside, but it looks really effective through the tissue paper to shine that light and make it really look like as though there's flames. So what you'll need is either a glass or a paper cup or a toilet roll, which I'm going to use today because I didn't have any other glasses or paper cups. We need some tissue paper, so for the flames, yellow, red and orange, but you could use paper as well. We'll need some scissors if you're going to use the toilet paper to cut that to make it into the tree, and some pens for making the bush, so brown for the trunk and green for the leaves for the bush. And I'll need to glue inside this toilet roll. If you've got PVA glue and a little stick, that's okay, but if you've got, like me, a stick of glue, it's quite difficult to get inside, so I've got myself a little instrument, a knife, to get the glue inside. Okay, so we'll start with the toilet roll, or if you've got glass, you just take that and draw a bush on. But with the toilet roll, we just need to cut snips about, what's that, a few centimetres apart, a few times, and then squish it down to make the sort of tree. Now you can pretend that that's the tree, or you could draw a bush or a tree on it. So draw a nice trunk with the brown, or you can leave it plain. It's up to you. I like drawing bushes. So easy, whoosh, like that. Doesn't matter. I think the more messy it is, more scribbly, more effective, and the more you can see it. There we are. So that's a bush just there on the toilet roll. I'm going to use this one I made earlier because I've got glue inside. And what you then do is you start with the yellow and you stick the yellow flames in. All I've done is cut pointy strips of paper, tissue paper or paper, and you just stick them around like that. It can be quite tricky and finicky, and you can put as much tissue paper in as you want. I'll start with the yellow on the outside and then the red next, and I'm going to have to put a blob of glue on these to stick them, but you don't really need much. And you stick those inside. And say it's quite awkward. You stick these inside, and what you can do is, rather than glue it, because it can be quite finicky, is perhaps just put them in like that, getting as much tissue as possible, tissue paper, and then what you can do is get a lump of tissue paper and sort of squish it down in the middle just to hold it in where you can't see it, like that. Sort of cheat a little bit rather than having to be so careful. Just squish down tissue paper in the middle to hold it. And there you go. You get the gist of it there. Looks like a flame. See that? There we go. That's our flame, our burning bush. And if you've got a tea light or a little light to go in the middle, it'll look really cool, really effective. If there's a light shining, it really will look like a burning bush. Enjoy!